Good day guys, this is your African Revolutionary Channel guy. In this very today video edition here, I'm going to be doing a live experiment of measuring voltages and power that is in trees, which we can tap in from and change our life from different ways or different area, different location, no matter where you are in any part of the world. As my own part to contribute into this very growing community here, I urge you guys to subscribe to my channel and share my video with some other people, your friends, and also encourage them to subscribe, because this very channel is not just about talking about Africa. It's also going to be unveiling brutal tech that Africans are putting up in out there that are changing the game that most people are not seeing. A lot of them which have been swept under footnotes, a lot of them that have been suppressed. But in my channel here is completely dedicated to feeding you guys the new shift that is changing Africa. Even things that's going to be affecting Africa, both crisis, you name it, is all gonna be coming here, and I'm gonna be addressing them one after the other. I'm gonna be putting out my own opinion. This is like giving voice to different creators and different innovators in Africa that are rising from different places. So with that said, let's get into the video, and I'm gonna be back after this very video clip about African new Silicon Valley that is shutting down the internet. Now, this very Silicon Valley, trust me, is not coming from where you're thinking. It's not coming from Nigeria. It's not coming from even Kenya. It's coming from the most unexpected place, and it's throwing heavy punch. And this punch is not merciful. This punch is very brutal and uppercuttive to Western established norms. And this is what we want. You can imagine Africa doing this, but it's happening. In the next episode, we're going to be talking about the next one that is shaking down every global space. With that said, let's go. Hello, good day guys, welcome back. I'm going to be going ahead into proceeding with this very testing here. And the reason why this very video is very important, why I decided I want to make a special video, a dedicated video, which I have actually talked about previously, is to realign you guys' mindset about my personality. Whatever I decide I want to do, whatever I'm teaching you guys is not gimmick. Most of them are verified, most of them works. And in this very today video edition here, we are about to find out, you are about to find out, if suppose the claim about the free energy from trees is reality, like I hinted before this very moment here. And I've been longing for this very day. I'm going to be doing more testing, finding, hunting bigger ones, bigger trees, and see how many voltage I can be able to generate. As it is right now, the sun hitting down from the sky is a little bit like, yeah, it's kind of a bit high, but this is not morning. This is just after 12. So it's not too harsh, but it was harsh moment ago. And based on the information which I fed you guys previously in the other video, I told you guys that I am very positive that the plants are not just using the sun light photosynthesis, they're also using it for their energy. They're also using it to grow themselves. And that is why when you step into the bush area or forest where you see a lot of shade of trees that doesn't allow sunlight to come down, if you plant cassava underneath, you're gonna see that cassava really go a long way, heading a lot. And what it's looking for is actually the sunlight, energy. And that energy is what we're about to verify today, if what those videos you've been watching on the internet is actually reality or hoax, because most of the times some of these craps don't work. But we're about to find out. So I'm going to be flipping the camera, and behind me here you can see papaya, and the other side you can see a moringa which they've been chopped off on the trunk, which you can see right there. So we're about to test run that very moringa right there that's growing back on. And I'm going to tell you guys why this tree is such a magical tree, which most oftentimes people might ignore. But if you are a horticulturist, you might know the reason why I say this very tree here is a magical tree, and how we can leverage on this very tree here to start changing lives. So here in this very neighborhood where I stepped in to travel to today, there is a lot going on, right? But it's a typical situation, like you see some people pass. So like, without wasting your time, let me find a suitable spot where I'm gonna mount my camera. Then I'll take my voltmeter, which I came with me here, a very cheap voltmeter. Then we're gonna take readings and see if this is actually proving to what I told you guys. So my tripod is not long, but I'll see what I'm gonna do about the camera. And here you go. So wow, this is gonna be so I'm gonna be finding a way to, okay, possibly let me reduce my tripod and hang it right on top of the fence here. Then I'll go about into taking the readings and see how many I can get. All right, so I want to hang it right here. I'm gonna be back. Okay guys, I just made it clip. This is a clamp meter, so it just clipped perfectly right there, and you guys can see it as I put it on. Okay, it's back online. Okay, I'm gonna put the probe here so that you guys don't think there is any foul play here. All right, and here is it. There is no anything left there, so I'm gonna first of all just dip one right in here, the negative, then I can put one here. Whoa, whoa, can you guys see that? I remove it and it goes back to zero. You guys capture that? Okay, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. This is interesting and very, very impressed. I am very, very impressed. Or perhaps, okay, let me see if I can widen the leg more, because this my tripod is one of a kind. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, here we go. Now I want to take that reading again. Right, just one from the stem, and here is where some of the branches do grow from. So let me test here again, and there you go. We're having 90, 100 volt. Okay, you guys can see the zoom in I made here and freezed it so that you guys can be able to see the reading. Initially it's around 400 to 300 volts, and now it dropped to 114 volts. That is serious. 120 Christ. Okay. Okay. It's fluctuating. It's fluctuating. I want to see if I can be able to see how stable. Okay, here's the second reading here, and very, very interesting voltage reading, which we are having around 262.6 volt. And also something very interesting which I noticed here is it does have polarity. Damn, damn, damn. This can be, but it's very, very fluctuating. I got a high voltage somewhere around here before, but I'm certain it has stopped supplying power. This very tree has stopped supply power here because that branch is off. But that is actually, there is still more energy in that place there. Let me test between the two shoots here. What I'm getting right there is very millivolts. Okay, here guys, we got another recorded and captured another very significant interesting voltage range, which is around 137.2 volts, as you can see on the meter and on the sticker which I put out here. Like I said previously, this is just to expose some of the hidden truth which has been used to trap some of you, because a lot of false narratives you guys are getting on the internet are just cooking your brains up to believe that there is no any free energy out there. But when we talk about the Tatara civilization, how they harness free energy from the ether, a lot of you will call it conspiracy theory, but I get it. A lot of you are sponsored prompts and boards that is actually designed to create disbelief in the heart of people who want to get liberated from the chains and shackles of government and dirty politics that is being played around the world to keep you paying. However, I'm going to be taking this a little bit up. So if you have not made that super thanks donation to my channel, then you are 40.5. Okay. The sun is no more really that powerful, but this is crazy. 3620. Okay. So guys, so far so good. The nominal voltage which I'm looking at previously was somewhere around 120, 140, but it dropped drastically. Maybe it's because within those times the sun was really high, which actually tallies with what the previous guys I've seen them perform this very experiment actually said. So I guess I need to perform this very test some other time, or could it be this clamp here is interfering? Let me hold it on my hand. Why dipping one right in here? Let's see. Okay. Whoa. It came like a burst and went back out. So what really happened? The fluctuation is really much. It is more stable at 6, 8, 10. It's not really stable. But one thing that is very, very important above every other thing here is that we have been able to establish that we can actually get a free electricity from moringa tree, 30 volts, and it dropped right away. So yeah, I am seeing the point here. Now, there was a video which I actually made previously concerning this very video here, concerning this very trick. And the trick which the guy actually used there seemed to have an effect to how much power which we can actually draw from this tree here. Let me put the camera. What is that very effect which that guy is talking about there? He was talking about around a copper wire which is gonna use to surround the tree. That should be the base which we take the reading. But here I am not actually using any wire, I'm just testing it directly. The wire which you're talking about here, the copper wire, should be around it. So you extend the first one to from here and back, and you tie it so like it's gonna hold it. So in that way, it can be able to tap from the immense energy that is all coming from up to down, right? So the second phase of it is where you're going to be tapping from here. So the first energy source is going to be coming from the whole trunk, and this one here is not up to 6 inch in diameter. So imagine when we're having something like 10 inch, it's going to produce more power. And this one also is going to produce more power if suppose we rounded it with wire and tap from it here so that it's getting power. We're only just getting power from just this very point here, like I showed you guys, instead of the whole clockwork. So guys, this is incredible, and I believe that from onwards, a lot of you who are my subscribers or who believe in the free energy to free humanity is going to be, you have seen it yourself, you have witnessed it. There was no fugazi, there is nothing I did there in attempt to beat the system or try to fake anything. No, I'm just trying to confirm if this whole knowledge which I've been sharing with you guys, which some of them were through hardcore research, is actually as they claim, and you have seen it work. So the experiment which I talked about on the previous one, which I talked about how you're gonna round it with wire so you can extract more power from it, is something which you can do. However, I'm gonna take out some other time and get some good chunk of copper wire and come back to this very one here to come and test it. Though there are some other ones in the previous location which I knew, I'm gonna check them out because today I'm really a little bit free after a lot of hospital health related problems. So guys, don't forget to drop a super thanks to encourage me to help you guys out there, because if there is any way we can be able to help ourselves, is by sharing information. It's not just keeping it to only few people. So guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye for now. Now, I'm certain you have watched that very video there. It's lengthy, sorry, but you guys can see this is the reason why they've been trying to prevent this development from coming to Africa, because it is going to rival not just only Asia, it's also going to rival the West and put Africa in the global map, not just as a participant, but as a leader in innovation. You imagine a lot of different techs that is going on there, and I tell you, as an Africa, this is an investment opportunity. If you are a tech startup, if you are a tech savvy guy, if you are an innovator, this is a place to be. This is a force to reckon with. That is why I say share this video with a lot of African innovators, because by so doing, their dream, their innovation, their inventive and creative ability will not be buried or silenced. This is ours. We should make it blow up. This is our own Silicon Valley. Something that bonkers. In fact, a lot of people are saying it is above Silicon Valley. What name are you actually suggesting? Drop it in the comment section. What name are you suggesting we should give this Silicon Valley in Botswana that is blowing everything out of proportion? Anyway, hope to see you in the comment section. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now. I remain your African Revolutionary channel guy. I'll see you next.